Hello and welcome to Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and it's Tuesday, September 27th. Tesla is expecting a very high volume of electric deliveries during the end of the quarter, and is asking all employees to help, even those outside of sales and delivery organization. Earlier this month, we reported that Tesla moved back sales employees that it did send to service in order to address the end-of-quarter push. And now management wrote an email to employees which requests that all employees, even those who don't work in sales and delivery departments, help with the tasks to deliver vehicles to the customers at the end of the quarter. These tasks can include moving vehicles around, washing and preparing them, or delivering vehicles directly to customers and answering questions. In the past, Tesla has had engineers, managers, and even executives come down to the delivery centers to help out. Virtually all analysts are predicting that Tesla is going to deliver a record number of vehicles during the third quarter. Most delivery estimates place Tesla at 350,000 or 370,000 units. Nissan has released the starting price of the Ariya electric crossover, the brand's second all-electric vehicle. It starts at $43,190. Of course, that's for the base version of the vehicle with a 63 kilowatt-hour battery. There is an all-wheel drive version with the same battery pack, but the other 7 trim levels include the larger 86 kilowatt-hour battery. I think we know which one they expect to sell. The price for that one starts at $47,190. Now, the longer range version that one has a battery pack for, Nissan says can get 304 miles of range. Considering this is a post-COVID, post-inflation pricing, it is fairly competitive. Nissan also says that it's going to respect the pricing that was announced last year for people who participated in the reservation program. Points to Nissan for that. Stay tuned for my take on the Nissan Ariya, because I got to drive one earlier this year. BMW has high hopes for electric vehicle sales and not a whole lot of need for gas. When asked about gas prices and energy constraints due to the war in Ukraine, BMW's chief financial officer said that gas will not be an issue for any direct impact for this year. He also said that BMW has already cut back on their gas usage in Germany and Austria by 15% and can continue to do so if needed. The automaker expects between 240,000 to 245,000 electric vehicle sales this year, more than double of their 104,000 in 2021. They want to hit their goal of 10% EV share of overall sales. They expect that number to rise even further to about 400,000 next year as buyers continue to demand pure electric vehicles. By the end of this decade, BMW looks to achieve 50% electric vehicle sales from the total. Eviation Alice, which is an all-electric aircraft, appears to be the closest to being commercially viable, and it has just finished its first flight that was successful. Last year, Eviation unveiled their production version of the aircraft, but unfortunately the range was reduced to 440 nautical miles, and that was a little shorter than what was originally announced. However, this is still viable for lots of short routes, especially in the form factor of the aircraft, which is actually bigger than most battery electric aircraft projects to date. Today, Eviation's Alice had the big milestone of its first flight. Over time, the company is planning for battery technology to improve, resulting in higher energy density and electric aircraft with a longer range. Nevertheless, the Washington state-based company is currently taking reservations for the Alice and plans to start deliveries in the year 2026. Okay, it's opinion time. I actually really like the Nissan Ariya when I got to drive it. It's a compact crossover, as most of the class of 2022 EVs are, and Nissan has a really good entry. I really don't have a whole lot to fault them on. Along with the Volkswagen ID.4, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Mustang Mach-E, or the Jaguar I-Pace, and so on and so forth, the Ariya just fits right in. Nothing too bad, but also nothing too good. I think the Ariya would be a really solid plan B for anyone trying to buy an electric vehicle and their first choice is already picked. But hey, if you like the Ariya and it's your plan A, that's still a really good car. It's got solid range, very comfortable, modern features, and has really good charm with the interior. I actually like the interior most of all of it. It has some great textures, intuitive features, warm lighting, and decent room despite the size. Other than that, it kind of seemed a little ho-hum to me, and that's kind of too bad. To me, the exterior seems entirely forgettable. The technology is about on par, range is decent, but not really efficient for the battery size. And this is coming from a company who really did have a huge head start in electric vehicles. But don't get me wrong, I think it's a great vehicle, but the competition is also great. But hey, let's be realistic. When EVs are constantly selling out, you don't really need to make a really amazing electric vehicle. I think Nissan will still do just fine with this one. In today's community comment found on YouTube, Adam Smith says, apropos paint, which type of paint is Tesla using for its cars? E.g. conventional solvent-containing paint, very bad for people, animals, earth, and climate, or solvent-free water-based paint or powder coatings? Well, Adam, I really don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have a whole lot of detail on that one. The source on the matter was a German publication, which, translated from English, it reads, a paint mixture from the paint shop. In the original German, it says Einer Farmischtung Retten, which, if you take that out of context from the sentence, Google thinks that means leaked out of a color mixture. So, I think it's reasonable to assume that this means the exterior paint for the cars, and considering it came from the paint shop, that's pretty much it. That's about the end of my rope, but perhaps you have some more expertise on the matter, because I really don't know a whole lot about automotive paint. I look forward to reading your upcoming comment. Thanks for watching Quick Charge by Electrek. I'm Mikey G, and I hope you have a great day.